Can you talk a little bit about, we've got a session coming up this year, can you talk about some of the bills that you're introducing and types of things that you're going to be pushing this year?
We sure can. The House Republican Alliance each year has a legislative agenda, and the way we come up with that legislative agenda is similar to the way we come up with recommendations. We invite in all members of the Republican caucus to talk about initially what the themes should be for the upcoming session, what people are interested in. And then once we come up with those themes, we populate it with bills that we think will realize those themes. So for example, this year we thought people were very interested in health care, reducing spending and taxes, jobs. Obviously, there's a need for our state government as well as our federal government to promote jobs. We saw that there were some important social issues that needed to be addressed, particularly in family-oriented bills. And we see, as always, there's a need to promote good government, ethics. And so those are the 5 themes, and we have I think it's about 25, 26 bills that we have focused in on, and we're going to push as an organization for the passage of.
And you're making up those pink sheets, I assume, as we speak, correct?
Well, the pink sheets,
those as soon as you can, I guess.
Yeah, the pink sheets are made up on each session day. We will make up a pink sheet, for example, for the October 28th session that's coming up, which is referred to by legislators as the veto session. That's the one where we review Governor Lynch's vetoes of 3 bills.
Now, I was looking at this the 2009 scorecard ranking here. When you look at the legislature as a whole, what grade would you give them? Where do you think the direction?
Actually, the last page will show you based on the principles we measure.
Yeah.
At the very end is a summary that says where the legislature itself sits. The average for
48%.
And that includes Democrats and Republicans. So roughly 48% of the total legislature votes with the pink sheet.
So what grade is that? A failing grade?
Well, across the legislature, except we are the minority, so
yeah.
We only have 174 members, I believe, out of 400. So if you look at the Republicans, our average in the Republicans is probably around 78 to 80%, I'm guessing.
Okay, but overall it's 48%.
Including the Democrats. And if you look at the score sheet, you'll notice some of them score 0, some are 5 or 10%.
Do you feel like the direction of the legislature is going to change this session, or is it going to be more of the 48%?
I think it'll get a little more conservative. We're heading towards an election year, and I think they may try to rein in just a little bit for the public.
So you think things will change?
Oh, I do. You know, this is my second term, and I worked with the scorecard during the first term, and what you find is exactly as Representative Elliott explains. The legislature starts off fairly activist, and you know, some of us might say kind of liberally oriented, but then when the scorecard starts measuring them, it becomes more conservative, and particularly in the second half of each term.
Do you think the scorecard has actually changed the way people are voting and doing it?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, moderate Republicans have become very conservative as you start getting closer and closer to the elections.
Interesting. All right, Representative Mead, Representative O'Brien, and Representative Elliott, thank you for being here today. I appreciate it. We'll be right back after this break.